Building elevation. What is an elevation? In architecture, an elevation is a scaled drawing that shows the external view of a building from one side. It represents the design, proportions and finishes as seen from outside. The main types of elevations are front view, that is from the front side how it looks, back view from the rear side how it looks, left side view, that is from left side how it looks similarly from right side. Points to be remembered while deciding on getting a beautiful elevation. The elevation of a building is like a face of a person. As we say, the face is the index of a person. Similarly, the elevation of your building defines your personality, taste, aspiration, status, whether you like traditional, modern or innovative style. So, it is very important to think more on choosing an elevation for your building. Rarely, your building elevation may show to which religion and caste you belong. How to choose an elevation of a building? Consider the following points: traditional look, rich look, innovative look, contemporary look, luxury or simplicity, ease of maintenance, cost of architectural elements, location of the building, importance of the building, local need of the buildings in case of commercial or flats, etc. Front road width, topography or profile of the ground, purpose of construction. Then how an elevation should be. Beauty is an individual's choice. You cannot insist that others adopt a particular elevation according to your taste for their building. You can only give your opinion about a particular elevation along with its pros and cons. But let us see how an elevation should be. Guidance for building elevation design. Simplicity. As far as possible, keep the elevation simple. Simplicity itself is beauty. An exception may be made for commercial buildings where an elaborate appearance is often preferred. Offsets. Avoid unnecessary offsets in the design, except in unavoidable cases such as irregular or odd-shaped sites. Building height. The taller the building, the higher the maintenance cost. Architectural features. The more carvings, curves and slopes introduced into the elevation, the higher the construction cost and the greater the difficulty in execution and maintenance. Use of sloping ground. Utilize the natural slope of the ground to create a beautiful elevation instead of excessive cutting and filling. Headroom and porticos. Greater headroom and larger porticos increase the difficulty of accessing ceilings for maintenance tasks such as replacing bulbs, servicing fans, or cleaning other fixtures. Provision for future expansion. Always plan the elevation with foresight, keeping in mind possible future expansion of the building. There should not be false comparison with other buildings unless otherwise it suits to your building and situation. Avoid discussing your building plans with too many people, as it may lead to confusion and indecision. Many people overlook the additional cost associated with achieving an attractive elevation. Therefore, your budget plays a crucial role in finalizing the elevation. Natural and man-made obstructions such as electric cables, transformers, and trees should be considered during the planning stage to prevent complications later, as they obstruct for the elevation of your building. The plinth height of the building must be carefully determined according to the ground profile at the front, as it significantly impacts the overall elevation. If the area is waterlogged with high groundwater table, better not to go for cellar or basement floor. If to be provided, there shall be proper arrangements to drain out or pump out the water during monsoon. Everyone aspires to build their own house or complex or flat with an attractive elevation. Here are some sample elevations for reference, which may be used in consultation with your engineers and or architects. Simple residential building, a flat, commercial complex at Hubballi, another proposed residential apartment at Keshwapur, Hubballi, another commercial complex at Dharwad, one more flat, the same flat shown with a different color, a simple residential building, another simple residential building with simple painting, one more residential building with sloped slab with beautiful elevation, same elevation with different, one more residential building, the other angle or the front view of the same building, one more flat, row houses, one more building with beautiful elevation, a very good elevation for a residential building with sloped slab, one more building with simple painting looking very beautiful, row houses, similar buildings, one more complex with residential building with a cellar or basement floor, another complex, another row house elevation, a simple residential building with simple painting looking very beautiful, one more building with basement, another residential building with beautiful elevation, very simple and very beautiful, one more elevation, another beautiful elevation of a building, another house, same building with different color, one more building with basement, one more building with basement beautifully colored, the front elevation of the same building, one more flat, another flat, a simple residential building with beautiful elevation, row houses, one more complex, another complex, one more group housing in the form of flats, building, elevation, how it looks at night. You can see all these things before you construct. There are so many softwares available with the architects and engineers. You can visualize your building, how it looks in the daytime and during night. Simple residential building, a beautiful simple residential building. One more building with basement, another beautiful flat, one more flat, beautiful building, an office building. The building is constructed, but the photo is taken during its construction time. Still many samples of different elevations are available on internet also. You can make use of all these to finalize your building elevation as per your taste. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and share with others to watch my future slides with more information. Thank you.